What is up, my little deinos? Vepsis here, your coach of the Helsinki Hydreigons, and we are here for my BFO Surge Week 2 battle. And before we jump into the battle itself and the matchup in itself, we are going to be going very briefly the transactions that I made regards to the lower tier Pokemon that I have in my roster. If you haven't seen my Week 1 battle or my draft analysis for this tournament, make sure to look at the playlist down below in the description if you have missed those. But we're gonna be going briefly minor changes that I made in this roster. After each battle has been done throughout this tournament, we are given extra 10 points to spend in our roster the way we would like. And after, like, for example, the Week 1 battle has been done, you're gonna see right now we get access to the the Game 2 or Week 2, as I call it, as transaction pool, where we get to see the 11 pointers and the 12 pointers. You see them right now in your screen as I'm talking about this. So now I had the opportunity to pick one of those up, and my turn came around. I actually forget by the time we're recording this which pick I got. The first time around I had the first overall pick, but that wasn't the case this time around. I think I was second last out of the 8 people, so 7th pick, but I digress from that. The order in itself, but regardless of that, I did end up dropping Kadabra, which you see on the layout. This was the first Pokemon that I pretty comfortably felt like over Ambipom that I would drop first to upgrade something from the 11 or 12 point category. And there was one Pokemon particularly that caught my interest, that I think typing wise made too much sense for me to add what I already had in my roster. And considering the move pool that it was able to keep in this Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl metagame in itself, and that is going to be Drapion. So we dropped our Kadabra from the 5 point category and we upgraded to the 12 pointer Drapion for game 2 in itself. And Drapion caught my interest because it was able to keep things like knockoff, it was able to keep toxic spikes and also toxic, which are more or less maybe important, but most importantly it kept knockoff, which I think comes in handy. It's also a very nice taunt user. It can still run Sword Dance and Agility potentially, and still run the Sniper set as well. If we combine it with the Scope Lens as well, that boosts up the critical hit chance. And then we can run like Night Slash and Cross Poison. So regards to either being utility or offensive winning condition, and typing was be able to add myself more ghost and dark resistance by having a dark type in itself made too much sense to pass up on. And I think this is a Pokemon that I see myself keeping throughout the entire tournament and becoming a strong 5th member besides Rhyperior, Machamp, Mesprit and Mismagius, that I'm still gonna be keeping intact on my roster from the original draft in itself. After this pick was made, I actually had 3 points still been spending that I can choose to either pick up 1 pointer, say 2 and 1 pointers, or I pick just 1 3 pointer, and I decided to go with the route of picking one more tier 3 pointer that I saw that had most chances to come into a game to provide something that can help me out. And in the end I end up picking up Illumise, one of the Prankster bugs, like Illumise, Volbeat, I both get access to Prankster. And this was a 3 pointer because it does also get access to Tinted Lens, which allows this thing also be offensive with choice specs, bug passes. They can be relatively strong and something not to be slept up. But most importantly, it provides me Prankster Thunder Wave and Prankster Encore that I believe it also got access to, as it does. And it gets access to Light Screen. I don't believe it gets access to Reflect, but it does also get access to Roost if I need to keep it along longer in the battle. But it's mostly there because of Prankster Encore and Thunder Wave, kind of providing the similar role as Kadabra did with the Focus Sash. But this is, barring versus a Dark type, this is more consistent way to actually cripple them. Because while Kadabra could hold its Focus Sash, if we are going up against the setup sweeper that gets access to multiple hitting moves, Kadabra is not that fail-safe of a mon to deal with versus that setup mon in itself. Whereas with Illumise, as long as it's not a Dark type, Prankster, Encore or Thunderwave can come in handy to stop me to losing to something that if I see in a matchup wise that I lose to this thing, unless I have something like my Illumise in the back in order to provide that kind of support. So that's going to be the team in itself. We're going to be now having Trapion and Illumise going ahead, and we said goodbye to Kadabra that unfortunately didn't get the chance to come into the tournament, but I think this was the best choice I could have done going ahead into our week 2 battle. But now, let's go and see how that week 2 battle turned out. Scoots 85, someone I never played before, but excited to go for the first time. Both of us are coming with a win, if I remember right, from the week 1 battle. So one of us will be able to go 2-2, one of us will fall down as 1-1. But it seems to be my opponent is here, and we are gonna be right getting to the action in itself. The matchup you have been able to see as I'm post-editing it. And, oh, I'm playing Chris, that's funny enough. Somebody who is watching is called Chris. But besides that, what I should say also that the team that I'm also bringing to this, you should be seeing also while we're getting connected that what kind of team I'm using this time around. It's also not Trick Room this time around, we are running a little bit more bulky offense with expert belt sub Miss Magius. Substitute is there to see that if Sharpedo tries to protect versus us, we can sub on it. Otherwise we have 3 good coverage moves. We have Nasty Plot 3 attacks, Mesprit with Colbo Berry, Partial Berry, Spedef Rhyperior that can help with the Mac Motor as long as it's not Power Up Solar Beam. Partial Berry is there to help taking a hit from Sharpedo because I don't have a water resist on my team, unfortunately. So we gotta have to figure out another way to deal with it. So he brings the Gligar. Let me write this down. Gligar, Sharpedo, Tangrowth, and Jolteon, surprisingly enough. So no Mac Motor, so Rhyperior can deal with the Jolteon for me pretty well. Who do I like as a lead? I probably like my Mesprit, it hits everything pretty well. And yeah, as long as one of my first 3 members are healthy enough to take a hit from Sharpedo, if it's able to get into +1. I should be okay. Other than that, if Miss Magius is before Sharpedo is in the field, I can protect versus his. Or I can sub versus his protect, but good luck and have fun to Scoots 85. And let's see how this is gonna be going. I expect it to be a quick battle as normally this 4 versus 4 are. He leads with the Tangrowth, so I'm actually glad that I lead with my Mesprit, because I can straight out go for a Ice Beam, and there's only one resistant to Ice, and that is the Sharpedo. So, go straight for that. He should do decent damage because we are modest max special attack. He is especially defensive with this thing. Sleep Powder, he lands it. That is a little unfortunate, but we should be bulky enough to take a hit from this. I think I just want to snap out of this, so we stay and click Ice Beam again. Does he go for Elite Seed? Does he go for a knockoff? Knockoff, we have the Colbo Berry. Okay. We go for the Ice Beam again. Hopefully we wake up. Because this would be nice to get out of the way, because this thing is a little annoying. Thank you. Saima, please kill it. Don't be like a weird damage roll. Thank you. Okay, cool. I'll take that trade-off that I lost my Colbo Berry in order to get rid of this thing. Okay. I would call that a good start for us. So now we are up 4-3. He has Jolteon. This is this thing. I will Shredding go into Rhyperior. I'm not gonna try to overprotect this time around. This thing is still nice to be able to kill a Gligar. Let's go. The boulder has hit the field. For anybody that knows, this is a Avatar reference. When we saw the... Now I'm trying to make the reference, but I don't remember the name, but sure, most of you that have better memory have watched Avatar more times than I have, surely get the reference. I'll edit it in to remind you which character this is based off from. But he's substitute on this, and I think I saw Flame Orb popping up, so that's interesting. I don't know what you plan to hit me with. And this is like a weird thing. I wish they did a little bit of better job. As you notice, like it says communicating, please wait. I wish they did a similar thing as the Sword and Shield, that they had something else going on with the camera angles, like moving around. Make it seem a little bit more lively, please, Idla. That would be lovely to see. He subs and swaps out. And goes into Gligar. Okay. I don't think I want this to be damaged because the Jolteon is still around, so I can go into my Mesprit on this. Because I can now get pretty freely Ice Beam from there on out. He can go for a Knockout, but Mesprit lost its item, so it should not do as much. He seems to be staying in. The only thing that I can see him being annoying by going for is like Crocs or U-turn. And he does go for the U-turn. I wonder if that puts me in a range of Sharpedo. I wonder. Let me actually put the Mesprit Calc already up. He goes into Jolteon. Okay. I don't really mind this guy. You have to go for Shadow Ball, but I'm Speed F on this. So I'll eat this one. If you make a double into Sharpedo, I have the Husho Berry for this. Yeah, Shadow Ball, that shouldn't do all too much. Now I can go for the Avalanche as he's gonna swap out. He gets this Speed F drop, which is a little annoying, but it's okay. I'll just go for the Avalanche. I think it should still be 120 base power, because I think this counts that I'm going last. So let's see if you're Yahtzee Berry. He is Yahtzee Berry, like the first time he was. That did a whole lot of nothing, yes. He could still go for the U-turn. But I kinda wanna keep this for Jolteon, because Jolteon can be a little annoying to me towards the end, so... Do I go to the Mesprit? I think I do. I don't feel like I need to yet predict. So I wanna keep the Jolteon a little bit lower, because my other things don't wanna deal with it necessarily as much. He goes for the Knockout. Okay, that's fine. Now we go for the Ice Beam. See how much speed he has on this. He has more speed than I do. That's slightly annoying. But we know he has Knockoff and U-turn. I feel like he doesn't actually have Acrobatics then, so my matchup with Bulk Up can beat that Gligar. Yeah, I'm okay this taking damage. Yeah, that did a lot of damage. Spoonfed! We get the freeze on the most annoying mode versus my team. Who needs a water resist or a dark resist? Yeah, cause we get the fucking freeze and Game Freak and fucking Pokemon is great game at times. I feel bad for that. I'm making a joke out of it, God. Personally, I hate Ice Fang and Ice Beam because of that, cause how do you come back from that? Like, you make the proper play swap into your Ice Resist and it gets frozen. Pokemon is a great game, honestly. I'm really sorry, Scoot. So I go for the Ice Beam again. Oh. Do we have the same speed then? That's even worse then. Okay, we're getting even more spoon-fed. I get the speed tie win. Alright. Alright. I'm so good at this game, honestly. Like, who would have thought? I feel pretty bad about this, but I don't know if differential is a thing, but I have no reason not to go into Boulder. And I guess get a D4-0 win after being talented at this game. What do you go for? Shadow Ball? Fair enough. Well, these are the fast-paced games as I kind of been promising throughout this, and this is no different to that. I wonder how many minutes this took. But I'll say good game to Scoots. He has every reason to be upset about this outcome, the way things played out. But make sure to check him out. I will try to leave his YouTube channel link down to the description. Just like I did for my week 101 opponent, if they do happen to have YouTube channel. Not everybody who I play in this Wi-Fi scene guaranteed does any kind of YouTube shenanigans or Twitch. But I'll try to make sure that if they do, I'll link them for you. So you can see their sides and their side of the action. So these search battles, barring the spoon-fed cases that I got, these are fun battles regardless to play, and like, it feels cheesy for me to say I had fun, because obviously I had a lot more fun that I didn't have to deal with Sharpedo, which I had no resistance to which what is that, but I digress. Thank you for watching, stay tuned for the week 3 battle, which again, I don't ever know who I play next. We have to wait and see when the time comes. But again, thank you for watching, I'm gonna be see you guys later.